Hey Clashies, the epic equipment for the Barbarian King is finally back. The giant gauntlet is now in the trader for 1,500 gems. For you it should be already in the game. For me I still have to wait a couple of hours, but it should be in the game for you. And now the question is it worth it to get those equipments for the 1,500 gems? As Supercell I think is planning to release most of the equipments then later on in the trader, or should you get them during the event? And as well, where do you get all of those gems from? Well, let me tell you this. First off, 1,500 gems is equal to buying 3 books of heroes in the trader. Well, the same thing is pretty much the case during the event. During the event, the epic equipment is taking 3,100 of the event medals, while 1 book of heroes is taking 1,030 of those event medals, which is pretty much, you're saving like 30 medals if you're buying with gems, but overall it's pretty much the same. But as well, the question is, where do you get those gems from? Well, I broke it down how many gems you can make as a free-to-play player every single week within Clash of Clans. Let me show you how many gems you can actually make. And let's start things off with the pass. And no, we're not talking about the gold pass, we are talking about the free-to-play track, about the silver pass. If you want to buy the gold pass, feel free to do so, obviously. And obviously remember to use the credit code iTzu if you want to support the channel. But I'm talking about everything which you can unlock free to play. All of those rewards at the bottom can be unlocked free to play. Especially the resources are an important factor, because if you have a full storage, you can sell them for gems. And this is what I highly recommend you do so. Because over resources, you can just get them with just investing a little bit of time and just farm in the game, right? Like that's not really that hard to do. But instead, you can get couple of gems every single time you're selling something, which is obviously a big deal. All of those different potions, everything you can sell, and on top of that, the Book of Heroes as well. For this overall list of how many gems you can make, we're first off just selling everything and take a look at how many gems we can make, and then as well a quick recommendation from me of things you should not sell. Big disclaimer already, I would not sell the Book of Heroes, but just for overall our statistic, if you sell everything within the Silver Pass track, you can make up 195 gems per month, which is overall 45 gems per week, which is already not too bad to start things off. Let's just now hop through every single income you could possibly have with the gems, which is in the game. A huge part as well is the raid weekend. Every single week you can claim quite a few of those raid medals, and you can then get them and transfer them into gems with buying a couple of those magic items. For this thing, we are counting now with 1,500 of those raid medals per weekend. That is around about like Capital Hall level 9. I know some are higher, some are lower, but that's kind of the mark which I'm using for this video then. And for that, you can buy some of those potions. Potions are one of the most efficient way of getting this gems, like the raid medals transferred into gems. Especially the training potion and the clock tower potion, because they're the cheapest potions to buy, but all of those different potions would give you 10 gems. So you should for sure buy the training potion and the clock tower potion, which means you have 600 less raid medals, but you have 60 more gems. The remaining 900, I would highly recommend you to go for wall rings, which is then a really nice way of spending your raid medals and getting gems in return. The overall income you could possibly get is 135 gems per week, which is 578 gems per month, with 1 month being 30 days. Well, that's already a lot of gems. Let's keep moving forward. Now we're moving on to the clan games. Clan games overall have typically 6 tiers. Yes, sometimes there's more, but we're going with the average, that's what we typically get. And this is 6 tiers which you can unlock, and then if you get 4,000 points, you can unlock a bonus reward which you can get on top of that. Which means if we're pretty much again selling the optimum of those clan games, you could get around 320 gems per month, but well, we want to know the gems per week, and that is then broken down 75 gems per week, which is again quite a big amount of gems. Obviously, disclaimer again, I'm not recommending you to sell, for example, the Dark Elixir rune, but just for our experiment, we are pretty much selling everything and see how far we can push the limit of how many gems we can make per week. Another gem income is for sure the Clan War League. On this one, you can sell quite a bit of those magic items which you can buy. And overall, the interaction rate is 1 medal is meaning 1 gem. It's pretty simple, to be honest. For this video, we're going with a master tier clan or player, which means around about 300 of those raid medals per month. As well, if you could get the bonus from your clan leader or something, that would obviously go higher, or if you're a champion, that could go higher, or if you're below that, it could go lower. But again, for this video, we're using around about the 300 medals per month, which is 300 gems, and that is equal to overall 70 gems per week, which is 70 gems per week is again quite a bit. The next one is the gem mine. Apparently, the 5 gems per day is not even correct based on some websites. It's supposed to be 5.04. I have no clue where the 04 is coming from. But either way, it's quite a few gems which you can generate each day completely for free. As well, remember, you can boost up this production with using your clock tower or clock tower potions, and you can make it even more of the production. Since I'm nowhere near of knowing how many of you are using actually the clock tower, we will just go with the 5 gems per day, because I think that's the fairest way of doing it, because non-maxed people with non-maxed gem mine could use the clock tower potion or clock tower to actually get to this production rate, while people who are already at this production rate, I mean, they could possibly go even higher, but I think that's fine for the video. So 5.04 gems per day would mean that you're getting 35 gems per week, and that is overall 151 gems per month with this weird 0.4 whatever it is. But this is as well quite a few gems, 35 gems. It's slowly adding up. Let's take a look at the next thing. You have as well the obstacles in your home village, which is every 8 hours an obstacle can spawn if you are not already at the limit of the obstacles in your village. Which means every 8 hours you get an obstacle, which is on average worth 2 gems. But remember, not only the home village obstacles can spawn, the same thing in builder base in those stages. Which means overall, it's like every 8 hours, something like 2 obstacles. This cycle is kind of like different depending on which website you're asking, but I went with the most commonly combined answers, I guess. So this is why I'm going with the every 8 hours 2 obstacles with every time 2 gems, which means we have 360 gems per month, and that is overall 84 gems then per week. But on top of that, we have a special decoration, which is the gem box. This one can only spawn in the home village, and it spawns roundabout every week once, which is 25 gems per week, and that is 107 gems per month, with again talking about a 30-day month. But that's not even all. There's more gems which you can make every single week. On top of that, you have challenges happening every single month. 2 challenges every month, which means if you have gems for that, 25, and a potion, this is 35 gems per challenge, and that then multiplied with 2, it's 70 gems then per month, and that is, if you broke it down, 16 gems per week. But there is more events, not just challenges. Because every month we have troop events, and in those troop events, if you use those dedicated troops, you can get even more rewards. Most of the time, some type of potions, if you're lucky, even more gem rewards. But if you break it down, the fairest way of putting it, it's 4 events every single month, and that is 60 gems of like rewards in different cases. Like I put on average that you have 15 gems per event. This means 60 gems per month, and that is 14 gems per week. And to go back the full circle and finish with the trader, we have those free items in the trader on top of that, which you can obviously then sell. If you are having free resources like I have right now in here, you cannot sell them, unfortunately. You cannot sell them for gems, but every roundabout second week you have a magic item in there, which most of the time is a potion. This potion you can get and sell again, which is like every second week roundabout like 10 gems. And if you then combine that, it's like 5 gems every single week, and that is then overall 21 gems every single month. I know that's now a ton of numbers, and just to make sure that you know where we are at, I have put all of the gem income down below in the description and in the pinned comment. But if you combine all of those different income as gem resource types, whatever, you have overall 504 gems every single week. And that is crazy. 500 gems every single week, and obviously you could push this even higher with using the clock tower, with being higher with the clan capital, clan war league, everything. It's kind of impressive on how many gems you can make as free to play every single week. As a month, that is overall 2,162 gems every single month. As well, again, the big disclaimer, because I know, and that is completely realistic, you're not selling everything. So for example, if you are in the Clan War League shop, I would highly recommend you're going for the hammers or for potions and use them, especially if you want to have a quicker progression. So in theory, you have obviously a little bit less, but still there's so many different gem income sources, like the gem mine, like the decorations, which I would have personally completely underestimated, but they're adding up really quick, like with the troop events, with the challenges, and so on. So overall, I think it's really nice that Supercell has put the event, or like has put now the epic equipment with the gems, because this gives you the most freedom you could possibly have. Do you want to save magic items, or do you want to go and rush for the epic equipment? Because in this video I showed you, it only takes you 3 weeks if you heavily commit towards the epic equipment, and if you want to have the equipment unlocked as quick as possible. If you're more chill and can take some time for actually unlocking it, no problem. You can go then the more efficient progression way, which means you're using your magic items or your hammers, which you can unlock, and well, do not overrush things. But either way, you have the options of doing so, and I think that's a great way of giving the choice to the players and not hiding it, like for example in the league shop or in the in the raid medal shop, because then you're not giving any options to the players, and they have to then decide if they're going for potions here or for hammers in the Clan War League shop or for the epic equipment. But with the gem option, you have everything, the freedom and the choice of going for whatever. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. I wish you guys back tomorrow with the next one. Until then, see ya and bye bye.